Namaste everyone. Very welcome to this meeting. I just want to, put this together, my basics in a way, basic offering. What basically I'm offering in different ways, in different talks and conversations and techniques and practices and meetings, is like this. The first thing that is possible between, like, through our conversations, through our meeting satsang, is stable clarity. Clarity which remains, which is stable, which helps in different situations, different encounter or interactions, meetings with life. Stable clarity, which is very useful from one point of view and which is very essential from another point of view also. When we are living as an individual person, then it is very essential. Stable clarity is very essential, that so that we don't have to think so much continuously about every decision. We can be much more fluid and yet confident that the decision being taken is in the correct direction, from the right state of being, and going to produce the right results. So this is stable clarity. And second thing is possible in our meeting, in our satsang, is joy, continuous joy. Continuous joy, not sometime joy, sometime not. This is the joy of being, joy of our own self. There is a joy in our own self. When we start living the truth of ourself, even if little bit, we, in the same proportion, we start experiencing this joy, continuous joy. And it is so continuous really, once we have opened up, that even if, let's say, you are feeling sadness right now, sadness will be there, will be allowed, and yet somehow under the sadness will be a gentle experience or flow of joy continuously there, like this. So this is continuous joy. Like, it has to be unlocked somehow in a way. Once we unlock it, it just continues now. Like, it starts somehow. Like what we call opening our heart is basically opening our heart from inside to outside, so that this joy of our being start flowing into our body, mind and life, like this. And once it opens up, it continues actually. It never closes down actually. And we cannot close it down also, or we don't want to also. Why we would? No. And this joy is not just the joy, it is wisdom also. It is pure awareness also. Like, we are allowing the pure awareness or light of truth to flow into our life, into our body, mind, into our context, individual context. This is the second thing possible, basically, between us in these meetings, or any meeting, any retreat, anything, any session. The third thing is self-knowing. The most beautiful thing that I experience with you when you are able to open up to it, self-knowing. The most beautiful, more beautiful than joy actually, more beautiful than joy. This joy that we experience, continuous joy, as we turn towards it more, let's say whole day we are experiencing this joy, continuously a little bit, then whenever we turn towards this joy more, we can feel this joy more intense and profound. And that is what is bliss in a way. Like, we feel the bliss of our soul, ourself. And knowing ourself, self-knowing is more beautiful than bliss actually. We will know, like, as it will appeal to us. Why I am putting all this together? Because it may seem to us that spirituality is like giving up certain things. That, I should know myself. And for that I will have to, like, not care about my clarity, stable clarity. I should not care about my continuous joy. It's not like this really, in my understanding. It is more like a progress, but progress of the one who is not progressing. No? It is a progress of its interest. The soul progressing means soul progressing in its interest and possibilities. When soul is more stable in its clarity, it is able to take decisions more easily, and life becomes much more stable, much more balanced in a way, like more nicely flowing, and that produces a certain joy, certain happiness in life. And then at some point the soul feels, I want more than this. No? That time the continuous joy will be introduced, like the soul will seek and also will find very easily, either directly or through help of a satsang or a teacher, this continuous joy. And then after certain time, the soul will feel that there is more to it, there is something more to life. There is something more beautiful than this possible. Like all of this is in the soul only. The soul has all of this knowledge. And then self-knowing will be introduced to it, and it will be time for knowing the self, the soul that we are. No? So it's not really giving up, it's just progressing. It's like growing more, like becoming more richer, more rich and more rich, without giving up the previous treasures. No? Now in this scenario, in this analogy, in the picture which I am offering, somebody feels clearly, like totally, absolutely clear, that joy is what I want in my life. Can I say that? Can we say that they have stable clarity? Yes, they have. Or not? So it doesn't mean that they will have to go through contemplations, which we generally need. Contemplation, self-contemplation or contemplative conversations between me and you also will serve as a means, a way to get to stable clarity. No? So that, do they have to do contemplations now? No, they don't need to. They can just come to satsang and start sitting here, and they will immediately start feeling that joy. Hey, like I'm turning towards joy, I'm able to turn towards my joy more easily, more simply, and I remain in it more and more permanently now, after every meeting, every satsang also. No? Somebody, another example, somebody feels that I want to know myself, like it's my time for self-knowing. But they are feeling joyful now. Is it something bad? Shall they remove it? No. It's not a hindrance. Anything real is not a hindrance. No. Joy is real, not a hindrance. The desire of the soul to know itself is real, not a hindrance. They are not conflicting with each other. They are gelling and fitting so well together. No? So this is that magical thing which I wanted to share with all of you, that this is basically the three things which I offer in a way, or which you can expect out of all the meetings which I share. No? Now where it fits in you, you can check and accordingly talk. No? And then we see.
Rajee. And thank you for this beautiful invitation. I would like to have a conversation with you about to come to more clarity about something. And this something is disturbance. So today morning I was told that I got disturbed. So I did yoga and somebody walked in and then apologized for disturbing me. And I was wondering, because I didn't feel disturbed. So what I want to explore, I feel in disturbance there are two aspects of disturbance. there is an outer disturbance through practical life. The bell is ringing, I get disturbed or something. And there is also an inner aspect to this disturbance, in the way if I let myself being disturbed. In the sense, if the bell is ringing while I'm doing yoga and I have to attend it, is it really disturbing my wish to do yoga, my sense to do this? And what I feel is that when this becomes more clear, and I would like to explore this more, life becomes so much easier, because the outer disturbance we can't do much. Like the bell is always ringing. And if we wait till the bell is not ringing, we will never do yoga. And yeah, please, I feel it's a very nice topic.
It's not really very clear to me that what is your question. So can you just give me a little more than this?
Sorry. I want to explore the inner part, or the inner aspect of disturbance. And
like meaning that when do we get disturbed and when we don't get disturbed, and what is the way?
Yes, and also that it's not from the outside. The real disturbance happens not through the bell, it happens in me. The real disturbance I feel, and this I would like to explore.
I understood now. Yes. So let us take 2-3 things in it, and that will make it very clear, like a picture. I try to picturize it in a way in front of you. Initially, when we have not known or tasted ourselves separate from our body-mind state, we are kind of one with it. Initially, like starting from our childhood. No? So we are like one with it. When body-mind state get disturbed, we get disturbed. It's like this. When through a spiritual path, different approaches, like whatever has worked for us, we slowly start sensing that I'm not really quite the same as my body-mind. And because of that, we also know that I'm not the state of my body-mind. My body-mind, however, has a state. Like my body-mind has thirsty state. And then I drink water. Now it is not thirsty state. Like we don't think about these things. We just start sensing a little bit. Like a distance is created between ourselves and the body-mind. In a way that we feel that now my body-mind got disturbed. But not that whole of myself got disturbed. Part of myself kind of remains. Even if not happy, but remains not as disturbed as body-mind now. So this is that direction where if you start sensing your being, very simply I'm bringing something most fundamental here, and I hope that you will be able to look at it as simply also as I'm sharing. If you start spending some time with yourself in the direction of being aware of yourself, just one single thing, one small thing, nothing included in it, nothing like no strings of awakening, enlightenment or anything. As simple as just whatever you are doing, just be a little bit aware of yourself more when doing anything. Not everything, like a practice only in the whole day, sometime, just sometime. That is going to create, in a way, distance between you and body-mind. It will make you little bit independent of body-mind in your awareness. And that is going to shield you or save you from disturbances now, much more. Disturbances will still happen to the body-mind. But this time you will not try to, like generally what happens is that when we are one with the body-mind, we try to suppress the impact of disturbance as much as we can, obviously, because we don't want to feel disturbed. But when you are able to feel yourself more separate from the body-mind, then you don't really try to suppress the impact of life on the body mind. You allow it more. Because that suppression comes at a cost. Anything we suppress inside comes at a cost. Like you will have to do something about it later. And it has become part of you internally. Like something got frozen in us. And like this, so many things have got frozen in us over the period of many, many years. Or maybe many lifetimes, no? So much things are frozen inside us and they are just waiting. Whenever time comes, they just pop up and disturb us in a way. So that disturbance has not gone anywhere. We just feel less disturbed now in the moment because we had to go to office, we had to flow with our life. It was more important, no? But in this scenario where you are more separated from it, you don't have to do that. You can allow your energies to be disturbed while you remain undisturbed. No? In this example, we can take even this example also that when you, the soul, has felt a little bit separation, a little bit distance from yourself and your body mind, and you have decided to do yoga every morning, let's say, or this morning, then your decision will be much more stable than the decision of the body mind, energies and their states. And then when their energies will be, the state of the body mind will be disturbed during the yoga session, you will not really forget or give up your decision to continue yoga. You will continue yoga after that. Like it will be like pause, resume, like that. But without like any bitterness or, no, it's fine. No? Your body mind did not decide in this case. You decided, like this. So many things start becoming better as soon as we start becoming a little more aware of ourselves separate from the body mind.
Rajee, it almost feels like a physical buffer. Like when I'm very much body-mind, then I have this stiffness, what you said, and then an impact really breaks something. Like it's really more the hurting type. But if I'm creating that buffer, like actually in distance, like in geographical distance in a way, there is much, the impact gets more like softish, like not breaking. Like in that sense, it feels also.
It is true. It is true. I mean, it is said in the ancient wisdom, many beings have said like this, that we are almost like, we own a palace in the form of this body mind and all of its course, all of its layers. This is the palace, everyone owns. But we are living on the balcony of it. What is this balcony? Balcony is this body mind. Mind means mind, the outer part of mind only, and the body only. We're just living out, always out. So everything that comes to us, even a small tennis ball hits us so hard. But we can go a little deeper, like go live in a more deeper course than the body mind, for example. That deeper course, you can say, the beginning of that deeperness is what is called the heart. The fourth course, we know generally, the Vijnanamaya course, which is pure intelligence, pure wisdom, pure sensitivity and pure consciousness level, as far as the individual is concerned. So you are very nicely sitting, deciding things, connected to practicality and individuality of life, very much not like falling out of it, but not affected by it, like much less affected by it. No? Like what you are saying, the buffer.
And this buffer also helps to really absorb the disturbance. I also feel that there is not, like what earlier very much happened, there is this, then the sadness comes, or and I'm now totally out and I can't do it and whatnot, and then I regretted the entire day because I didn't do yoga. But with this it gets absorbed, and with this pause and resume, and then it's just gone in a good way, not in a suppressed way, just in a resolved way.
Very correct. Actually, whatever is thrown at us by life, from the most outer level, it may look like this is fine, but out of 10, 9 things are not fine. 9 things are like like life is torturing me. But as we go a little deeper than that, then 5 things are fine, 5 things are not fine. When we go more deeper or at the deepest level, then everything is fine actually. Everything is fine means everything is serving a purpose. It's not fine like I'm okay. No, we see the significance of it, that it has come to do something to us so that we can be better in every way, more capable, more integrated, harmonious, wholeness, no? Like this. And we are surprised to see that what is this wisdom of life. It's amazing, it's amazing. But it is only possible when we are not overly disturbed. If we are too much disturbed, we cannot really, allow this. That okay, allow the impact to happen in your like allow the disturbance is almost like saying to somebody when somebody is very restless, calm down. I if I could, I would, but I'm not able to calm down. No, you know what I mean. It's almost like saying relax, relax. The more you say relax, the more they get agitated. Now this time because of agitation towards you also maybe. This it didn't work that way. No? Some fundamental work need to be done really, and that is what is path of spirituality for me. This fundamental work.
What you shared in the beginning, I feel from this clarity that I saw, or was more aware about this outer distraction and inner distraction. I fell kind of in this continuous joy, like this became available. I feel, or I became available for it.
Yes, it's true, it's true. Like we generally, let's say in the practical life, we have only two options, two way, being at home or being outside of home, whether for work or for pleasure, for leisurely, no. But this is a third option. While at home, you are outside also. While you are outside, you are at home also. This is that third option. Like fully in the office, while still continue working from home. This is the thing. One more beautiful thing I want to add here, which is a little more fundamental than this level where we are conversing, is that how the source of life wakes up a soul more than it is awake right now. It is through disturbance. It is through impact created from outside. Because otherwise the soul tends to settle in the state where it has come to, especially when it is joyful. But joy is not really end of the road. We have not reached home yet. So through the disturbance from outside, life tries to wake up the soul. And when the soul is able to absorb the impact, it is just a loving hand trying to wake you up, not really someone trying to destroy you, distort anything, your harmony or anything. It's so amazing to see this, and then when you allow all the disturbance or basically impact of life to reach you, this is what is surrender to me. No? This openness is surrender. No? This openness is what is surrender. Surrender to life, surrender to reality, surrender to God. No? You see what I mean? This is one of the most fundamental and realistic, for me, realistic way of surrender to life, to reality. But it cannot be done. It evolves like we evolve slowly, we grow, no? Like that. If somebody tries to do forcefully, it doesn't work that way. That's why I'm very clearly saying that these are the three things we are going to gain slowly. And we have to figure out where we are. And accordingly we should grow in that level. No? And the next are assured, like they are assured, they are just going to be there. They are waiting for you. Not that they are going to run away, that, oh, if I choose stable clarity, then continuous joy will not be there. No, it is very much waiting for you there. But start on the right path. Like this. So I think it's good. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Uma, you want to say something?
Yes, Rajee, I have a question. It is from one of my family friend. Actually, she was asking from me about meditation. She was interested, and she put a question, and uh, so I rather explaining to her directly, I feel this is more good that I bring this question to you so that she can get right answer. Uh, the question is that when I am in family and I am attending the responsibilities of family, then how can I do meditation? Like because the family responsibilities needs my time and attention very much. So will they not get disturbed, or how can I manage? Like not a management, but how can I do meditation so that it can benefit for me also? Because I need now some time for me. I feel like something for me which can give me peace and calmness.
It's a very good question. I feel like any question which challenges me, I feel nice. So it is challenging me a little bit. It's not a usual seeker of truth who is dedicated already, has dedicated their time already. No, someone who want to really start now. It's a very good question. I feel like this, that you who has asked the question, you can start like this. That think of meditation time like me time, like me time. In the sense that you want to catch a break from all the work. You want to just breathe a little bit. You want to feel a little bit spacious. And for that, you are just taking some time out. It's not that you are running away from responsibilities or changing your schedule. You are just inserting a little bit of few minutes of break between the whole day. No? And that break will begin as me time and will turn as he time slowly. He means God, no? Because after all, meditation is not really only for me time in the sense of feeling peaceful, joyful, catching a break from the, you know, and when a being like you is saying, like asking a question like this, you are not really talking about physical tiredness. You are more talking about other tirednesses, like a stuffed, all the time stuffed, not feeling that emptiness, like not being empty of things just for some time, all the time occupied. No? And this break can begin like just sitting, that I'm just not doing anything for 5 minutes, or I'm doing what I feel like doing right now. Which should be for that you can just make some rules that I will not touch my phone, or I will not look at the TV or anything which engages me overly. I'll just sit by myself in myself. Looking around, maybe eyes open, closed, doesn't matter. Or maybe just walking a little bit. But it's my time. Like, just giving yourself space. And it may begin like this, as simple as this. But then at some point you will feel like sitting. You will feel like just closing your eyes. Because you will start feeling that sense of spaciousness, as if you are taking a break now. No? And it will engage you very positively in a very beautiful way by yourself. And you will start sitting by yourself more naturally, peacefully, joyfully, not running away from the responsibility. You will resume after that. You are just taking a break. And this break is going to help so much in empowering you in every way for fulfilling your responsibilities. And in this simple way, you have started learning what is meditation. And not only learning, you are doing it also. And then this meditation and its understanding in you will grow naturally. And if needed, there will be days when the engagement has taken over, too much. That even when you are sitting, that engagement of the responsibilities continues in the form of thoughts and feelings, and I have to do this and I have to do that. No, because when there are many things to be done and mind is not able to process them well or faster enough, then whenever you sit and do nothing, mind does that buffer job. Then now tries to clear the backlog. And during these kind of days, you can take help of a guided meditation. There are guided meditations which I have offered. They are on YouTube also. You can just plug yourself into that, like listen to it and just follow it. And that is also going to work like a break from the continuous engagement. No? Like this. Because the biggest problem when we get engaged too much continuously without catching a break for ourselves, the being that we are, the biggest problem is that we just don't find when to take the break. And that when never comes actually for many people. Like in one movie, somebody was saying that, do you have any bucket list? Do you have a list for things that you want to do? The lady said, yeah, I have a list of 2-3 things which I want to do one day. He said, one day means never. He said, yeah, that's true. One day means never. You know what I mean? So that cannot happen like this. So break has to be taken, like we have to start today. Today is the day for starting anything important, significant for you. And then you will see that every day can be today. Because basically every day in itself is a whole life, one life. 24 hours is like a one life, no? And slowly it will grow, a understanding will grow inside us that by taking a break, taking it off, I don't lose ability to function or to perform my my responsibilities, It enables me more, like it makes me more powerful. Because as far as responsibility is concerned, it's a very simple game. The one who is feeling responsible will perform or will do that responsibility, isn't it? Because there are some seekers, we have a confusion about meditations and spirituality also, that some people feel that, oh, if I start meditating, I will not fulfill my responsibilities of life. No, people are not fulfilling their responsibilities of life for many other reasons also. It's not just because of spirituality. So those who are responsible, they fulfill their responsibility. Those who are not responsible, they don't. Doesn't matter whether it's spirituality or non-spirituality, no? It's as simple as this. So it has nothing to do with, let us start meditating, or no, I should not, otherwise I will not be able to fulfill my responsibility. Responsibility is connected to you, who has decided to meditate. No? Why would you not resume? It's as simple as this. So just clearing up some basic doubts. In the beginning, these initial doubts come sometime. So thank you.
Thank you so much. You explained very beautifully. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. It's a good, very nice. I like beginners' questions. So exciting for me.
When I had spoken with you online last Saturday, you had said that strategizing is not the problem, but who is strategizing is the problem.
Or what purpose it is serving. Like who it is serving. Is it serving to the ego which causes suffering, or to the soul that you are, who want to be blissful and can be blissful. Yeah.
I think there is generally the background noise associated with the strategizing, that Was it good? Was it not good? Was I okay? Was I not okay? Okay, how to do it?
Yeah. It's fine, no?
Yeah, what they say, I think in what I think they say in bottoms up teaching is I'm just trying to figure out where I'm stuck, honestly.
Totally fine. This is what is conversation, no?
Yeah,
With me.
yeah.
Please go ahead and take your time.
Probably shame associated with it, some guilt. I don't know. And in this week, I also, one of the pressing questions that I had was what if जिंदगी में कभी किसी अपने का साथ छूट जाए? One can, of course, I can see that it is one just moves on with their life, but there is some coldness associated to that feeling as well.
Yeah, that's true. But what you are talking about is something very fundamental, I feel. It's not really applicable to particularly, let's say, you. No? Because fundamental way of life, fundamental way how things happen applies to absolutely everyone. No? There is no one to whom they don't apply. No? In this way, no one is special or blessed. How we are blessed is that how we deal with it, what we do with it, how much we flow in life, like how much life we live in one life. It's about that. The more life we want to live in one life, the more we have to learn to let go. If we want to live very little life, then we will keep rotating in what we did so far, and we will continue rejecting what is happening now, the new life. Now means today, right now means new life being offered to us, new possibilities being offered to us, and we will choose to remain closed from it because we are rotating in what has happened so far. No, it's not really about that whether this happens to us or not. So we think that I'm stuck in the past because it was so strong. No, not really. I think we need here some stable clarity. We are stuck in the past because we have not tasted the present, the fresh. We have not seen that fresh is being given to us continuously, being served to us continuously. That's why we are trying to save the old. Because we want to live, which is very natural to feel like this. No? So it's a case of stable clarity. As you will contemplate that, what do I get really from being stuck with what has happened so far? You will see nothing. What do I get from this moment? Freshness. You will see everything. Then you will choose present, you will choose freshness, and you will choose to flow. No, it's really so simple like this. But as I said, even this conversation can be serving how to remain stuck, or can serve how to be free from being stuck. So, but that choice has to be made in you. And I say that stable clarity basically is not a choice being made. It is just more light we are bringing in and more eyes we are washing so that we can more clearly see that what is what. Then you choose. Anybody who sees the beauty of this moment, the freshness of the present, they choose to continue with it more. Because even if we have done something very horrible, let's say, or somebody done horrible to us, even then life provides a way to wash it, to be washed, to be faded very naturally in an existential way. While you will continue living the life as it is, it will just start fading away from your system. Like you will have no space to keep it anymore because you have started filling your space of being with the new, with the fresh, with the beautiful more and more. You will have no space for the ugly, let's say. like some people say, which makes sense really to me also, that how can you have, how can anybody has time for negative experiences, or let's say particularly hatred and enmity and like this, when life is small, too small for love actually, for sharing love and living love. No, it makes sense. Do you see? So it's just a matter of clarity, I feel. Be more clear. Do something for being more clear. This conversation, including, is aiming for that only at the moment. Because there is a possibility that the soul want to deeply feel sadness out of some relationship where breakup happened, and there is nothing wrong in that, by the way. What is wrong is that soul is not giving itself completely freedom to feel that sadness, and that's why it is not getting free from it. Now it is just trying to live the sadness and not able to. Then it prolongs. Now it will spread all over the body, mind, and life and everything. However, it was just a experience in the moment, which could be completed. In the villages, in the small towns, I have seen many times when somebody dies. Especially, not especially the women, they cry like hell. Actually, you feel like what? Like, oh my God, somebody is dying. Like somebody is having a heart attack or something. They're so loud and so strong, like this. And they may cry even next day or next day. And then afterward, when you meet, let's say you visit them after 1 week or let's say 1 month, they are just totally clean and full of the freshness now. They still remember. Sometimes eyes may become wet again, but they are done with that. You know what I mean? So we are not just done with this. That's why maybe we are rotating in it, no? Also. This is what is suppression. We have suppressed the sadness. Oh, it should not be allowed. Why it should not be allowed? Because of a lack of stable clarity. This is my point of view. What do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I do see that all of these things are fundamental. It's common across, and how much life we live at once is what one can be blessed with.
What?
How much life can one live is what we can be blessed with. When you were saying all this, I could connect. May also see that all of it that's happening is just happening in the moment, and then we just go about our lives after this. But I'm not sure if you can sense, but there is some lack.
The lack is not really about I don't have ability to do something. It looks like this, that I don't have time for resolving it, or I have not found the how to about it yet. It's not that. It's the decision somehow. Decision comes from the one who is deciding about it. When more of you is here right now. So try you who is talking to me, try to be here more right now. Then you will understand more also what I'm saying, and you will decide faster also what you want to decide. So this stable clarity includes both. It gives you eyes to see things clearly as they are, or it is your eyes to see things clearly as they are, but also it is your stability on the ground of reality of who you are. Like it is your first step towards who you are also. And that is what is real stability in a way. That somehow once you decide, you are done. No? It will not come back now. Meaning it will come back, but it will not come back in a way for you because you are done with it. It's not about what comes to us or not. It's about whether we are done with it or not. We think that because things are coming back to me, that's why I'm stuck with them. And it is maybe the opposite. Because we are stuck with them, that's why they come back to us. No? Can it be like this? And it is really like this. in mostly when anybody finds, they find that it is like this. I can be done with anything inside me, independent of what is the state, relation, or what happened. No? So all I'm saying is just crystallize yourself more. Take whatever decision you want. You will be only happy. You will only be more free. You will be only more kind of resolved. So more of you decide to be here right now. More of you be here right now. Like still, as if part of you is still there in that unhappiness, trying to live that. Right now, don't try to live that unhappiness, that suffering. Whole of you be here right now. Try to understand this, what is being shared. Then it will be so clear to you, like, oh, that's true. I want to do this. Or no, I don't want to do this. No, like this. This is what I'm saying. And this can be attained in many ways. This more crystallization, more being here can be attained in many ways. Try to not attend anything else, let's say. When you are in satsang right now, try to attend this satsang more. Just like this. Keep moving from one topic to another, one statement to another, one explanation to another. And you will somehow find yourself more and more and more here. Which is a great attainment really in life as such. You have started becoming more crystallized soul, more crystallized thinker, doer, decision maker. I give you an example, okay, everyone. I hope you can appreciate it. Right now, let's say you are sitting right now, and I ask you to feel your breathing. This is not a guiding meditation, okay? It's a question. It's an inquiry into ourselves. So when you are feeling your breathing, are you also able to feel any feelings inside you? Are you able to see any thoughts inside you? Chances are that yes. No. So what are those thoughts? Where are they happening? And who is attending them? Because you are attending the feeling, no? Or you are attending the breathing, no? Does anyone follow what I am saying? So when you are able to see very clearly your feelings right now, that this feeling is pulling me, that feeling is pulling me, you may think that the feelings are very strong. No, they are not actually. They are absolutely powerless. What is strong is you. You are there while trying to feel your feeling, your breathing. So it is you who is there mostly and just partially here. Now if you choose to be more here in the breathing, you will be less there. And there is a possibility that you can be so less there that they don't exist to you. You cannot even feel any feelings, you cannot even see any thoughts, or you can not see anything for that matter. It is possible. And it, by the way, happens also in our self-realization, in the time when we come to the truth of who we are and not going anywhere, just being here. Do you think that you keep seeing the thoughts and you keep seeing the feelings and emotions and you keep getting pulled into them? Not really. There are no thoughts, no feelings, nothing there now in this integrity, in this crystallization of you. So it's not really that whether thoughts and feelings are there or not. Because during that time when you are not feeling anything in you, do you think that thoughts and feelings are not really there? No, they are there. They are there in you also that time. But they are happening at that level where you are not. You are at a subtler level of being now. And breathing surprisingly goes all the way. Quite at a deeper level, breathing is still present. No? That's why we use the breathing. So do you see my point? So it's not really that, oh, if I don't attend anything right now, who will attend my thoughts? So basically we are living in a confusion about who we are or how we are also. And because of that, we are living in a confusion of everything also. The confusion is that there are thoughts and they are torturing me. There are feelings which are pulling me. For example, this is actually misunderstanding. And this can be replaced by true understanding of what is a thought and what is my relation with the thought, what is a feeling and what is my relation with the feeling, through this what I call stable clarity. No? Let there be a thought, you be here and you see what exactly is happening. This time don't be a thinker of thought. You are by default thinker of thought when you are seeing a thought. Because a thought cannot be seen unless you think about it. Thought is a form of thought energy. You will see the thought energy or feel the thought energy in you, not that you will see a thought unless you think about it. So you are already a thinker of it, but now be less of a thinker of it, like more of a seer of it. Then see what happens. Then you will become clear that actually it is not that thoughts are there, it is that I am thinking them. If I don't think them, it's fine. And this is a big, big hypnosis inside us. And same about feelings also. We think that feeling is something like there. It is not there as such, it is just energy there. The energy of feeling is there, energy of emotion is there. Potentially, it can create a emotion, a feeling. No? But provided that we give support to it. And this is what we have to learn, that how I am giving support to the emotional energy and feeling energy, that they get converted into the thought, into the feelings or emotions which I don't like to live. No? So we can get a mastery in a way up to some degree here. We can become a little bit expert of it here, that it needs my cooperation. Meaning I am giving it cooperation when it gets converted into something. No? So this is also something you can do for stable clarity. No? For the thinking, seeing is the way. Don't be a thinker, be a seer. When thinking is there, thoughts are there, they are troubling you. So this can bring you to a more stable clarity. For the feelings, go on a fast. Don't eat anything. This is the way. It will bring you to the pure experiencer that you are. And you will not touch anything. When you will not touch anything, really it will not touch you also. And thoughts and feelings are an exaggeration of all the reality in both ways, in the good and the bad way. And particularly, we are troubled by the bad, no? By the ugly, by the negative. There was a man who come to an interview, no? And he said that I want 1 million Indian rupees per month as my salary. The interviewer, the boss said that, how about a big villa, a yacht? And some other things as you want. He says that, are you joking? You must be joking. He said, yeah, but who started it? No. Internally, if you don't start touching the feelings, they cannot touch you. They are always saying the same thing. Who started it? Think about it. If you don't start touching any feeling, if you don't eat any feeling, go on fasting for some time only, then see what happens. You will feel the purity of your being, you will feel that bliss, that joy of your being. It is such a sweetness, nectar of our own soul which we have never felt anywhere. That you will just forget about feeling the good, the positive. It is nothing, it is all second hand. It is all, still taste of the same sweetness that you already have. Then you will not really be against the negative, and then you will not be for the positive also. You will just find with both. Like, it's okay. Let them come, let them go. Of course, this is little bit too much also sometimes, in the sense that You may not be ready to discover who you are. Because this may cause you to start discovering the truth of who you are, or at least the joy of your being, no? Which is going to make you free from all the struggle, like as if we may feel that what to do now in life. I have solved everything, no? Like no problems left to solve now. And this may surprisingly be a little bit of a strange thing for many people, that I cannot be a person or doer now anymore because all the doing finished. And we want to fall back into that identity again, where we still feel there are problems to be solved, and we are again happy, like, yeah. So not everybody is ready for joy also, and it is totally fine. You can choose your own sufferings, your own struggles, like struggles of your own liking. No? That is what is stable clarity also going to provide you. That okay, this kind of struggle are totally useless, but this nice. No? A person can only choose this much. This is the stable clarity. You can choose your struggles, your battles, out of stable clarity. You cannot be free from battles or struggle. In the joy, we are free from the struggle. Like, because there is no need. The struggle was all about how to feel the joy, happiness in life. No? Do you struggle? Anybody struggles for any other reason? Why would you struggle? Do you see? I'm just trying to bring some light here. Hope that it is helping in some way. To some. No? Thank you. It's good. Thank you. Deepa, you want to say something?
Rajee, so I want to know about curiosity. Where does curiosity come from? Does it come from the being, or, like, for example, some time ago you were talking about the desire to know the soul. So is it mind based or it is being based?
Curiosity is not really essentially a ability of mind. It manifests and plays in the mind level, but essentially it is from the soul. No? Soul want to know, basically, like not what, it just want to know. Now mind gives it a context. Now it want to know. Mind is like a room full of many holes, small holes, and then the soul looks at the reality through these small holes, one at a time, or combining 2 or 3 holes, view of the 2-3 holes together, and then what is this? No? Like this. And it enjoys thinking about it until it realizes that what I'm thinking or what I'm taking as reality, meaning the way I'm satisfying my curiosity, is not really ultimately true. It is just my play within myself only. Then it tries to go out of mind or gets out of mind. Getting out of mind means getting out of this room full of holes, where little bit of light comes in, little bit of view of reality is there, but it is in a context of a closed room, where we don't face the reality as it is. We just face just part of it at a time. Then another time, another hole opens up, another view, another part of the reality. So reality seen in the parts is what is the view of the mind. So curiosity for me is like this. But if you want to more deeply look into it, then give me something else, no? Like give me more context or like this.
So is curiosity related to, like, just you said that it comes from the being, right? But then the rational thinking is basically because of the limited conditioning of our body and our past karma, or like, can just curiosity lead you to, searching your own soul rather than, going here and there and, serving the curiosity with
Yes.
mind needs?
Yes, it is possible. And it happens also. So what happens is that not all the souls are in the same state. Soul also has its own wisdom. Soul also has its own wisdom, in meaning in the essence of the soul's own heart, it has its wisdom. So what all it has explored so far has been registered in it, has been known by it, that okay, this I have known already. So let's say a soul is there who has explored all these outer things already and did not find much, or is not finding it exciting anymore. Basically, a soul finds things exciting and then it doesn't find them exciting anymore. So the curiosity first explores the duality through the way of duality, through the outlook of duality, in the context of duality. Then the same curiosity leads us to this curiosity is nothing but the what I call wonder of the soul. No? Then it at some point, for example, a soul wonders about itself through self-inquiry. No? This time, the soul is living in a belief that knowing myself is something external to me. So I have to do something in order to know who I am. Because ego is something out external to me. Ego is like there, and it will be somehow destroyed through self-inquiry, and the self will come out of the ego, shell of the ego. The soul believes like this. And when soul does sufficiently like this, at some point, it kind of comes to the soul, like a wonder comes to the soul. That am I not this one who is inquiring about who I am? This is where curiosity has taken over in the purity of it, the wonder. No? Like, oh. And there's just light. Light comes out of you, into you, towards you, out of you, everywhere. It's just light. Like, oh my God. How could I miss this? No? But until that belief is there in the external, so the soul is not really missing itself because there is something called ego. Soul is missing itself because soul thinks that I am that ego. If soul knows that I am not that ego, or I don't know who I am, if let's say soul becomes clear that I don't know who I am, then the curiosity, the pure curiosity, the wonder will take over immediately. Like you can do it even right now. Right now it can take over if you allow it. Because this in Satsang we have this kind of possibilities, where very powerful thing can happen as long as you are ready for it. No? But will you be able to put aside everything, in the sense that everything that you have known? So what I'm saying is that the soul is growing in the knowledge. Like it is knowing more, it's correcting more. This is what is the growth of the soul. Knowledge of the soul basically is the growth of the soul. However, the soul itself is the greatest treasure of the soul. But soul at the moment finding the knowledge to be a greater treasure than itself. No? Like knowledge is greater than the knower at the moment. At some point, the knower becomes greater than any knowledge. And that is where self-knowing, not self-knowledge. Self-knowing is same as knowing the truth also. It's not two things really ultimately. Or at least this is the beginning of it. Like self-inquiry will refine itself if you are dedicated, if you are really sincere about it, no? And interested in knowing who you are. It will refine itself very fast. You will start leaving the non-essential part of self-inquiry more and more. At some point, you will leave the even question or questioning who I am. You will feel why I need to say in my mind even who I am this, no? And I want to know myself, let me turn towards myself. Like this, you will turn towards yourself. This is curiosity or wonder, self-wonder. Self-wondering, self-wonders. Hey, who I am. But self has an attachment to the knowledge, to the mind. If I wonder, there is no if in the self. It is all in the mind. No? If I wonder, then will this not happen like this? It is something seen through the eyes of knowledge or eyes of mind. Not that knowledge is a bad thing. It is just that it is not true, ultimately. Knowledge is an arrangement that you have done with yourself, like an agreement, like a compromise. It's all fine. Like in the beginning, like the minimum reality is known to you through the knowledge. And at the end, maximum reality is known. But yet there is something mixed with it. Assumption is still mixed with it, little bit. And then when you leave that assumption, all is self, all is truth, all is clear, all is here, and always here. So it's about, in some sense, refinement of how you would like to know the reality. Like soul is as if growing within itself. Like soul carries a blueprint in some sense. You know, what I call longing actually is something very internal, much more internal than mind. Out of that longing, you can say, mind is created, and then soul gets stuck in the mind. That's the problem part of it. If soul can return to the longing again, out for which the mind was created, the mind will serve the purpose of longing only. No? Like when you want to think really, and you are thinking, it is one of the most joyful activity. So thinking itself is not causing any trouble to anyone. But when we don't want to think and we are thinking, no, that is where it is causing trouble. No? Or feeling anything, even feeling sadness. Like, let me feel, what is sadness? No. It cannot cause suffering. It causes suffering when we don't want to, like you just ordered a pizza or cake or something, and then sadness came. You know what I mean? Now it is kind of ruining the whole occasion and money and time and everything. I hope it is clear now.
Yes, it is clear. So, as per my understanding, it's like we are on a time-bound planet and we are a functioning time-bound capsule. And everything what is happening is circling, circling, circling. Whatever is happening on this planet, even any knowledge that comes to us and feels like it's new knowledge, it has already happened. Hence, we are able to gather that knowledge in form of energy. Is my understanding right?
In many ways, yes. The freshness does not come from outside really, can never come, because it is a pool of collective consciousness, as you are understanding. It is basically containing mainly what has happened before us, but it is still having lot of room or a space, which is not polluted in a way, not occupied, let's say, not imprinted by what has happened. Let's take an example of thinking. Let's say I invite you to think about this cup of tea. You say there is a tea in it. You cannot see right now, so just for that context. Now what you will think about it? Like you cannot think about it without involving the past. What is past? Past means everyone who has happened here or happening here right now in existence, and thought or thinking about chai is included in your thinking about chai right now. No? Is it not true? Can you have a fresh look at it? Actually, you can. You just need to learn the art of it, no? How to put aside your mind, how to have a fresh look. You just need this art, no? And it is possible by that. If any one of you listening, then we have such a power in Satsang. I found it very amazingly beautiful that if you feel like, hey, I want to really try this, and actually you can try right now, and it will really happen also, even for 1 second. Like afterward, your habit will take over, and you will get into the mind way again, and into the known. You will get into the known word, known again, but even for 1 second. In a way, what we call meditation, fundamental meditation, just sitting, is like a training we are giving to ourselves, gradually learning to disengage ourselves from this collective mind. Collective mind can be seen like a buffet. My mind, meaning your mind, can be seen like your plate, your thali, no? You see? And what all you take from the buffet, whether you like it or not, then you change it. No? It's like this. But we don't have anything original, generally speaking. But there are some things which are original. You are original, for example. The thinker is original. Thoughts, very rarely. And it's a great news actually for those who understand this, what I'm saying. For example, if you understand what I'm saying, that no thoughts are original, or there is nothing almost original in existence, then when you discover that I am original, this one who is knowing everything, this seer, thinker, decision maker, this one who is living, I am original, then you feel so excited about this freshness, this precious freshness, this precious purity, untouched, unaffected, yeah, like never affected by anything. So you may, like you as an individual soul, no, you may look at this world that there are many thoughts, and like all of that is happening, and then you will choose what kind of thought you want to think, or you will choose to improve also. Like you can talk about something in a very personal, conditioned way. You can talk means think about it, or you can think about it in a very scientific way also, isn't it? And between the two, there are different degrees of it. No? Like less scientific or more scientific, less personal, individual, or more conditioned and more individual, no? Like this. So this can be seen as a growth in a way. Growth basically is like a play soul is happening with itself, where it is kind of, it has mixed the word means the collective completely, and almost no purity. It is tasting of its own capacities or truth of life, and then it changes it little bit by little bit, like less word, more purity, no? This is what is spiritual growth actually for the soul ultimately. So that's why I always say that stable clarity is a very, very valuable thing to be understood, because it is not really going to change your mind. It's not going to force you to change your mind that no, I should want something else now than what I want now. No, it will just make you, it will enable you to get that, to live that what you want to live. But clarity is necessary. We think that no, can I just not get it directly? If it was external, if it was something in the hands of somebody else, then it could be given. But the problem is that what we are experiencing, the struggle of life, is because of us, not because of anybody else. This is the problem. That's why understanding is important. It's like trying to hold something with one hand and trying to remove it from another hand. And why I'm feeling struggle? Why I'm not able to enjoy it? Because you are busy. Busy in what? In trying to remove it. But I am not aware of it. So be aware of it. This is the point. This is what is stable clarity, that you are aware that I am doing two things at the same time. One for something inside me and one against it also. That's kind of not necessary really. Let others people do many things, but let me be united and single-minded, no? Like this. You see the point? I know it's a kind of comprehensive topic, and it includes everything in a way. It is kind of touching everything in a way. So as you will ask, so I will respond. It's like this. I'm just trying to put what can be put in the context you are giving me, no? So if you want more or something different, give me a different context. Like this. So I think we are good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It's clear to me whatever you said.
Yeah, very, very good. Even this is such a good, it's a real happiness. Clarity always brings real happiness, real joy. No? Small clarity, small joy. Bigger clarity, bigger joy. No?
Thank you for being a blessing in my life. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. It's nice. Is it beautiful to have conversation like this? Where we are not fighting with each other. Like sometimes we may feel that, oh, this speaker is trying to impose something or trying to force something. Not at all. I clearly have just one thing, that I feel that it is totally possible for you to be blissful, to be joyful, to be stable, stably clear, and as if you are not. So it is always good to serve this purpose of clarity and in the direction of joy, continuous joy. So nice, thank you. Zoe, you want to say something?
Yes, Namaste Ji. Thank you so much for giving me the clarity. And now I would like to explore with you about the self-knowing.
Let us begin then. Self-knowing requires you to be free for yourself. So this is like really a prerequisite for self-knowing. How it happens, how we reach to this state of being available for ourselves is maybe different path or exercise or in the moment something happens. No, but in your case it is more gradually happening nicely in the right direction. So I can say that you are continuously joyful, and because of that, you are not really attending the struggles created by the conditioning of the mind. Let's say your mind is, I'm not saying that it is so, but I'm saying that even if your mind is not correctly wired or conditioned or seasoned, no? And it is producing wrong thoughts, like a wrong perspective, wrong understandings about everything, and yet you are not attending it because you are feeling continuous joy. And because of that, mind is not able to engage you, and you are available for joy. And now the feeling or the desire has come, longing has come in you, that I want to know, like I want to go in that self-knowing now. No? So this is the basic kind of precondition in a way which you have met already now. No? Now just few sharings can help you more than enough actually. Because there is ultimately no technique for self-knowing. Ultimately there is no technique for self-knowing possible. Because in the self-knowing, the two cannot enter. This is that lane of love which Kabir is talking about, that two cannot enter. Duality cannot enter in the self-knowing. You know, that's why technique, the doer, that somebody is doing some technique on something, on myself, that cannot enter here. So this, who you are, who is joyful, who is feeling joy. Can you confirm in your own words that yes, I am here and I am feeling joy? Because I don't want to impose my idea on you. I want to confirm that is it so like this?
Yes, I'm here and so much joy here.
Yeah. So this you who is feeling the joy, feel the joy more clearly. That's the way to self-knowing. Self-knowing, the step towards self-knowing does not go like through the transcendence of joy, but into the joy and through the joy. So allow yourself to feel this joy more freely now. So freely that you don't try to save your image or entity, but remain so aware also here. that no moment is, there's no moment when you don't feel that I am. So remain clearly aware of yourself being here and allow yourself to fully live the joy now. In this, what will happen is that somehow the tasting of the joy will start becoming kind of a bit faded now. And the truth or the awareness of yourself will start becoming more kind of thick in a way, solid in a way, no? Like this. And in this self-awareness, you will know what is bliss, no? And you will know what exactly the joy was, no? So joy was nothing but taste of your own bliss or your own being experienced from little bit of a distance in a way, from little bit of a less awake state, no? Of your being, of yourself. No? So in one sense you can say that joy is being experienced by you through a sense of subtle self, like you are like a subtle self. And that subtle self is now kind of diluting in the self that you are. Now you don't have to maintain a sense of self, and because of that you will not be able to experience that sense of joy which you feel. You will more experience the bliss that you are actually. Bliss is not what we have or we experience as an external element. No? So this blissful being is what is self-knowing. Self-knowing itself. Self-knowing basically is self-knowing itself. You are knowing yourself. But not through thinking, not through feeling, or not through even feeling joy or joyful. From the purity of your being into the purity of your being, you are knowing yourself. Yeah. And this way of knowing makes this self-knowing permanent. The more and more you live this self-knowing in this way, it will become permanent. You will not lose it. Like it kind of becomes like a natural way for you to come back here whenever you feel like. You don't have to learn something that, okay, how to come back to myself, you know. In a way, you are going to experience or experiencing here purity. What is this purity? Purity is basically absence of anything else except you. And you are experiencing purely what you are, and you are experiencing pure taste of yourself. Like how do I taste? What is my taste? No? So it's good. I hope you say something.
Yes. I feel that it's like goes through all the bodies beyond the joy so much.
It is actually. Because all the bodies and including the joy is in you, the self. And you the self is in them now. This is the equation. No? If you get out of everything, you will get into yourself. No? If you get out of mind, you will get into a deeper mind, subtler mind. No? If you get out of that subtler mind, you will get into a subtler sense of self. But if you get out of that also, you will get into yourself. No? So it's good.
Yes. It's so pure, so beautiful. Because I will not be able to reach here that without your guiding, not at all.
Um, in a way, it is true what you are saying. It's not that easy to come here because the thing is that we don't know our blind spots. This is the problem, and that's why I cannot guide any one of you directly come here. Hey, just can we come here? No, you have to see your blind spots and leave them also. That's why it is not possible for everyone to experience this. What we are experiencing, Joy. Some can experience and some cannot. Because we have not seen our blind spot yet, no? If I ask you here, who are you? You may not be able to answer, but if I ask you, what is the word, samsar? This will make it easier for you to answer what I am, who I am. You will feel that I am a sense of presence in this form, in this body, no? In this body of Zoe, no? Like I am something pure, formless, eternal in this form. Experiencing the different other forms, including my own form, a different course. This is nice, thank you. Let us stop here because I want to remain in that collective context where we are in this meeting. Yeah?
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you for this beautiful gift. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Slowly, as you will live more deeply, kind of more continuously in a way, this truth of who you are, it will start becoming clear to you that this is the gold. Everything that you experience inside is made of a jewelry made out of it. This is the water, and everything is a wave that is made out of it. No? You will become clear about it. Then you will not have enmity with anything that arises inside you. You will not have a judgment towards anything which arises inside you also. Ocean does not hate ugly waves, or there are no ugly waves for the ocean. Because you are the ocean for the waves which arise within you. Because they are made of you. How you would hate them or find them ugly. No. It's just about knowing yourself in the essence. Makes you free. Free to play better in the dualistic life and free from suffering, free into the joy, into the bliss of your being also. Thank you, it's good.
Thank you so much for this clarity and the exploration. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Mila, you want to say something? Or
Yes, Rajee, thank you so much. Very beautiful exploration. Rajee, I wanted to clarify one thing. It's look like we have two kind of experience. One experience is when you were sharing this chai, when you were drinking this chai, and so we have this kind of experience to fully drink chai if we live outside our knowledge about how to make chai, what is inside, what is the taste, what is the previous taste of the chai which we had. You have a pure experience of drinking chai. And this kind of experience from outside to inside, because you really taste it and then you feel how it dissolves, and then you go up to this point where you kind of touch yourself. And then another experience which we had now with Zoe, when you experience yourself like from inside to outside, when you feel this bliss, when you experience joy of this bliss in this body, because otherwise you can't you can't experience anything, right? So it's kind of two different experience, from outside to inside and from inside to outside. And this is not clear to me, like, again, duality comes in front. Please clarify this.
I will just try to go through it and let's see if we can get something out of it. So from outside to inside, what happens is that the soul that you are a soul, and you are living like one with the body. If not very much, little bit. So that creates a image, experiential image inside you about who you are. So you become something called Mila. There is a Mila now. There is the self also, that the soul is also there, but you, the soul, start looking through the eyes of Mila now. When you are trying to go to yourself. And you are being guided here that let go of your way of looking. Because your way of looking is not really original way of looking yet, or not in this moment. Your way of looking is way of Mila, which is an individual self-image or centeredness created out of it and out of you and necessary for it. Like you and the body-mind together are creating a context called individual self, which is continuous, by the way. It's not like sometime there, always there. Then now you are suggested that leave what you know, leave more and more what you know, because known is what is the way of Mila, not yours original. So you are leaving it more and more. But still, even if you have left quite a lot, but still quite a lot left in you, through which you are looking at the purity of your own being. No? And it will taste differently. It will taste like better, like it is better. Oh, it's nice, nicer, it's nicer, it's nicer. You know, it feels like this. What is nicer is really exactly tasting the same thing. It never tastes anything else. However, it never tastes, still, it is absolute freshness. But it never tastes anything else. But it tastes gradually to us better and better. Oh, wow, it's beautiful. And I say to you, hey, leave more. Then you leave more. I said, leave more. Then you are leaving more. Leaving more means leaving your way of looking, like a set way of looking. Set way means set way of looking through the mind, which is living through the knowledge it has had in the past. So like looking through the past, in a way. And now, so this is one way that you said. Another way is from inside to outside. From inside to outside is like this, that you don't have any knowledge in the first place. Meaning set knowledge. Or you can say you don't have any knowledge of the mind in the first place here. Knowledge of the mind is in the context. Dualistic. It is dualistic. No? Dualistic means in the context of duality, that I am an individual self and everyone else is an individual self. In that context, knowledge of the mind is happening. No? Mind basically means that collection or that computer, no? A divine computer, no? Like this, existential computer. But you don't have that context in the self that you are now. In the purity of your being, you have something else. You have the sense that I am. But you don't kind of have the context. However, you are finding yourself in the body, in this body. No? And this body is creating a context actually. That context is giving you the sense that I am. The sense I am comes because of the body, not because of the self. The I part is because of the body, not because of the self. M part is because of the self. Existence. The self does not need to say I, because there is no you, the other, in this purity. Only existence is. Existence is saying that yes, existence is. And it doesn't say I, because a you is required for that. No? Like I am existence, to whom you are saying. No. You see what I mean? So you will not say like this in the purity of your being. Now from here, actually from the wisdom of the self that you are, you will know now what is mind, what is the individual context, and how actually duality happens, how the sense of I and the other arises and plays and serves certain purpose and happens, and confuses us also, like a potential of identification again, that you the self may get identified with it again, and identified means forget, you may forget yourself. So if you the self want to disidentify yourself from this individual self initially, then you have to do many things. This is what is from outside to inside. But if you the self want to remain disidentified from this individual self, from inside to outside, then something else needs to be done. That is living the purity of yourself, meaning not forgetting who you are. Not forgetting who you are does not require so much of a context of the individual self. It much more requires the purity which me and Joy were living, but consciously. Not as an experience. There is a big difference between experience of the self and living the self. There is a big difference. The experience of the self is from the context of the individual self. Living of the self is by the self itself, which is full of awareness, not really full of sweet experience. You know what I mean? Sweet experience is secondary now here. That's why I said it is beyond joy. Joy is secondary now. The excitement of knowing the self by the self is so much more than any joy, any bliss now. Like, because you are knowing it something eternal, like you are getting some eternal treasure here. Why you would care about the experience of joy? No? So this is. Do you feel that I shared what you wanted to? Please say now. Anything?
Yes, very much. You share what I was confused.
So the duality is just here. Duality. You were talking about duality, no?
Yeah.
So please come to that now. Yeah.
I'm sorry for this stupid question which I ask now, but still I feel I want to clarify. Is it true that all experiences are about the same things? Like, it is exactly the same.
Yeah. This is the problem. This is the thing that we sometime we will come to a state where we are ready to wake up. But as if once we know that we are experiencing one thing only in different ways, like it will be like an end of the divine play, no? That we just want to keep ourselves under the hypnosis in some way. I want to say to you that a different game or different divine play will begin after that. A much higher play of Lord will begin from here. That play is what we call mysticism. No? A higher play will begin from here. This is nothing really. This is nothing. And you are very right. When you are tasting, let's say, comfort, little bit comfort in the body-mind, what exactly is that? Let us look at it. No? Is it the comfort of the body-mind? Yes, it is. Let's say body is comfortable. When body was not comfortable, what was happening that time? It was just that body was asking that, let me be comfortable. But then body can take care of it anyway. No? Why you were bothered by it? Why you were bothered by it? Why you were engaged with it? Let body take care of comfort and discomfort. No, no, you were also troubled by it in some way because of your association with it. No, so body was not letting you live your, let's say, joy or peace because it was going through discomfort. No? But what you were experiencing when discomfort was gone was your own taste. No? Mind is disturbed, mind is troubled, noisy, not feeling peaceful, is going to engage you. And when mind is peaceful, then what you will feel? You will again feel the joy or not. There is no such thing as peace of mind. Actually, like there is no such thing as peace of mind somewhere in the mind. Peace of mind simply means it is harmonious. Will not engage you. You can continue getting what you want to get out of mind without being busy with it. You are free from it. While the activities of life continue and you start continue getting out of life, out of individual life, what you wanted to get. While you remain here. And when you remain here, what you do? You live yourself. You live the taste of your being, the joy. Is it not true? When you are feeling joy in your heart, in your being, no? What are you feeling really? What is this joy? It is actually taste of your own being. Why you are able to feel it here and why you are not feeling it as the pure taste of being? Because of a context again here. It is now duality is not here, remember. Now it is not like peace or opposite of peace. But there is some filter is still here between you who is tasting and between what is being tasted, which is also you only. There is a filter is still there, like as if you are tasting yourself through some gloves, or you are tasting yourself through something mixed on your tongue still, no? Then you will drop that also. Now what you will taste? What you will taste now, the pure being that you are, you have been tasting that even when you were feeling discomfort in the body. Is it not true? And this is what is awakening when you wake up that, my God, I am not dependent on anything, any state of body mind for living the truth of who I am, which is bliss. So what do you feel? This is matching or no?
Yes, exactly. Like everything, all what you explain now, it's matched very well. Rajee, and I have one more last stupid question. I don't know how to say this, but I will try. I'm sorry for those words. I really, I feel my limitation so much in this. This kind of experiences looks not so true. I can't say it's not so true because it's true, and we spoke about it already. But somehow I came to this point that it is true that how to say, I can't experience myself because I am. So all of this experience, they are not true. That's what I wanted to say, but I don't know how to say this. Does it make sense to you? Please share, because I don't know how to say it in words.
It makes
in a
sense,
correct way.
but it does not mean that really you cannot experience yourself. Okay? It totally makes sense. But try to understand that still there is sort of a assumed limitation here. You are assuming a limitation here that while I am experiencing everything, how can I experience myself? Just like this. Be like a child, innocent. And both the things are open for you immediately in this very millisecond. You are experiencing everything in the most finest details, body, mind, everything. While you are experiencing yourself totally. Yeah. So just learn this right now. This is what it means to live the bliss of our own being, truth of our own being, while living the truth of the world. I know it's a big thing really, like a biggest actually. And it is going to create some challenges, like it is going to bring some challenges for you, always. Because the individual context of the world requires a different kind of centeredness or a strength, different kind of strength for creating the impact on others and like this actions. But I feel your greatest strength here is the bliss of your being or truth of your being. You will learn slowly to do without doing anything. You know? And that doing will be so impactful, so powerful, while you will be enjoying the bliss of your being. It is possible. What do you say now? I know you are enjoying, so just enjoy like this. You can report to me later, okay? If you feel like anything. Enjoy yourself. It is very blissful, very beautiful that you are able to live immediately. Thank you for this.
Just wanted to ask, what's the biggest, not the biggest, but the only hindrance between that and this? The decision that we make, the choice that we make, this is clear to me. The clarity that we have.
What is the hindrance? I think the belief that there is a hindrance, that is the hindrance. Believing that there is assuming that there is a hindrance, that is the hindrance. No? Actually, it is. Because anybody who woke up, they woke up to the truth that there was never any hindrance or any doors closed. That's why I used to feel like saying like this, that one would not so much feel like wow, but more like what the hell. There was no doors ever. So it is an assumption that I cannot live as who I am while I am not happy in my mind or emotional level, for example. No, it can coexist actually. And this coexist is what I'm trying to say again and again, that we are trying to fix the body, mind and everything before we can start living the joy or taste of our being. No, they can coexist actually. However, they are going to change many things. That living of the joy of our being is going to change many things. Like our too much seriousness about our state of mind and emotion will become lighter. We will be less serious, more involved or more working on it, but not troubled by it anymore. There is a big change that can happen, that you who is trying to fix your body, mind and life, if you can get access to the joy, you will be less involved in it. You will be working better, by the way. Because right now you are occupied. Like when you are looking at the, let's say, unhappiness in you, you who is looking at it, if you are unhappy, you cannot be at your best actually in the act of looking or analyzing it. But if you are happy, let's say, and looking at the unhappiness happening in you, you are at your best now. Your sharpness of your intelligence will be at the maximum now. No, like this. So it's true actually. But on a more practical note, can I say something? Like, so what is happening is that what we call that means truth. What we call this, actually also truth. So there is no such thing as this and that actually in reality, but still there is. Because not everybody is experiencing the same purity of truth. No? Why? So that why lies in checking who I am and correcting something from there. What I call stable clarity is the first step towards it. Because that is living in this, or that is living as this, through the knowledge of the mind, which is more beliefs and conditioning. Now looking at everything through that, including that also. So what we are calling that is never really what it is, and also what we are calling this is also not really what it is. So getting out of the false knowledge or false way of looking at things is the main job, is that hindrance. So false, not false knowledge, assumed knowledge, is the blind spot. Like you are assuming that your eyes are clear, but maybe you have glasses on your eyes, and those glasses maybe have some dots, some marks, and not letting you see clearly. So what you are seeing is not in the view, in the field of view. It is on your eyes maybe. No? This is the problem that we need to solve. The actual hindrance is what we call assumption of knowledge, the blind spot. So the blind spot in the soul is the assumption of knowledge, the belief of knowledge. This is the blind spot in the soul, which is the only hindrance. If we can say any hindrance.
Yeah. I think I'll listen to this one again and come back.
Yeah, sure.
I'm here for the week. I'm here for the week.
Ah, how nice. Very, very good. So there are two fundamental things I feel in this, in these three things which I offer: stable clarity, continuous joy, and self-knowing. In these three things, there are two fundamental things. One is stable clarity and continuous joy, which is mainly connected to, you can say, or you can say half of the joy, continuous joy, and full of the stable clarity is connected to what we can call spiritual growth. Spiritual growth is when the soul is focusing on what is this, what is that. No? Like soul is feeling that state of my body mind, state of energies, state of my mind, of capacity of my mind, or my amount of knowledge that I have is limiting me. The identification state, no? Where spiritual growth happens. Then half of the joy and self-knowing basically is serving something else. That something else is you. Who you are right now, even if you feel there is a hindrance between you and that you are not able to know yourself. This you is exactly same self which you will be when you will know who you are. And somehow some are able to just turn towards themselves. So that's why spiritual growth and awakening are fundamentally two different things. Although spiritual growth is serving the self-knowing also. In one sense that the self becomes more free for itself. In another sense that it gets disillusioned that spiritual growth or growth in any way can give me what I want, ultimately. Because it feels that still something is not reachable to me, something is still not clear to me, something is not complete here. No? Okay, thank you. I think it's good. Thank you. Anna, you want to say something?
Namaste, Rajee.
No.
I would like to explore, or I have a question. When you were speaking to Zoe, it became clear that I have a limitation or a blind spot on identification with feminine and masculine. And if you can maybe say a few words about doing without doing, like Guruji says sometimes, because it is not that I stop being while I'm doing, but there is something, some kind of identification with being feminine, born as feminine, and then like living in the man's world, like somehow mimicking, or like it has to be this way. If you understand, so maybe you can say.
Yes, yes. It is very good topic, I feel. For that, I will have to follow my analogy, which I use. It goes like this: that in general, let's say we have 5 kosh or 5 layers in this bodily existence. First 4 layers, first 4 kosh are the ones which have opposite, or let's say masculine and feminine. The 5th one does not have any opposite of it. It is just one thing. So everyone in the 5th kosh is one thing only, whether they are in a male body or a female body. So if somebody is functioning from the 5th kosh, they will be able to utilize the feminine and the masculine powers within each one of us, regardless of which body we have, whether it is a female body or a male body. No? Every body, all the layers, they have all the masculine and feminine both. Everyone. Whether it is called a he or a she. And then we are able to utilize all of them for our advantage. And the more we are able to utilize all of them, or the more they come in sync with each other, synthesis, collaboration between each other, within ourselves only, the less we feel struggle outside. So our struggle outside is more like your feminine inside is struggling with the masculine outside. No, your feminine inside is struggling with the masculine inside that you have. Resolve that. Have friends, like be friend with each other in that way internally. And you will be surprised that, hey, like you are able to kind of, do the thing in everywhere, in every state, like whether it is too masculine or too feminine. Because you are now doing your thing in a way. You are not dependent on the masculine or feminine energy present in the life circumstances anymore. You are kind of modulating in a way. You are making your own way now in a way. But not from within the masculine or the feminine, but from beyond it. Like if you start sensing the being that you are, like as if you start sensing that I actually, my truth is more that I am. Not preoccupied by the idea that this is good or this is bad, or I am this or I am that, This is that 5th kosh, basically, first time. 5th kosh is in itself maybe not a permanent kosh, but it is like it is like a place which has 2 doors. One is out and one is in. Outdoor, like looking out from the 5th, is all the 4 kosh, the duality. Duality means the masculine and feminine, like interrelated opposites. Indoor is that that universal consciousness or being. And in this I, in this fifth course is where I happens when you are looking out, and M happens when you are looking in. And slowly something much powerful opens up also. But let's stick to the, because I kind of, get consumed in this living of it. No? Excuse me for that. So, what is happening is that you are, can I be just more direct, that I feel that you are not letting the masculine in you function well, that you are troubled by it in the form of external, let's say. As soon as you will allow this masculine to function well in you, in association and in loving collaboration with the feminine that is in you, then this problem will not be there. Identification, basically, we can look again, no? We can look again freshly at the identification. The moment is like this. That as if you, the self, has got settled somewhere. That no, I am this forever. And maybe you are this forever, but then you cannot be a feminine or a masculine. But if you are a masculine and feminine, it means you need to look deeply again. What is looking deeply again? Basically looking at the purity of your being, that is there anything mixed with me? Mixed with me means mixed with me is an idea, is a flavor. Like what we feel is mixed with me is basically a flavor. We feel as if there is something mixed with me, like a flavor. However, it is not really that in reality something is mixed with you. That something which is mixed with you as a flavor is an imposition of an idea that you have about yourself. As soon as you let go of the idea about yourself, this flavor disappears, because you stop imposing this idea or this flavor onto you. So you are as if creating some flavor other than the original flavor of your being. But now that you are more self-aware, you are able to sense also that no, something is mixed with me. Try to again and again understand this simple thing, that you are indivisible. You cannot be divided. If you cannot be divided, how there can be any taste more than one? Your taste has to be always absolutely one or not. Whatever you do, like you go left, right, inside your being, it will be always same, no? This taste, which is always same, is pure taste in the fifth course, no? And the more you taste your purity in the fifth course, the more it will remain in a way. Clarity will remain in you about yourself, that you will not take sides. You will not get identified with the masculine, with the feminine in this case. So you need to be free from the, in one sense, biological identification in a way, or not. Not in the sense that you will become a male or somebody, but in the sense that while remaining a feminine very much, you will go beyond it also. Like you have one more thing now to you, which is beyond feminine and masculine both at the same time. So you are a feminine and beyond it also at the same time. Primary is that which is beyond. Feminine is the fact of you in the form. Say anything if you feel.
So this fight is internal, and I see it that is internal, but of course it is externalized during the doing. So when I'm settled in myself, this feels to me more feminine, like more as what I feel that I am. And what you say to go beyond it, I don't see somehow, because this feminine and masculine are not like you say, merged or like made peace with each other somehow, because the functioning in the world still happens not from this, like from myself, from the feminine. For some fear, or I don't know, maybe I think just from identification, because this is like you were explaining to Mila, I think like this is what we have learned. And then it stays as something that we have identified with. So this is like, now this is Anna, you know?
Yes, it is true. So I feel there are two things which are here useful in a way, that you live the purity of your being, which is actually beyond feminine, but not against masculine. That is like a first ground you have broken towards the friendliness or peace with the masculine inside. No? And once that is done, you will have kind of a readiness already to feel the masculine energy inside you, which is inside you, when not meeting any external masculine energy. Just by yourself, sitting in your house, in your room, and you will be able to allow, like right now, as if you the being does not feel that kind of confidence or openness for it. Once you will feel that being that you are beyond the feminine, you will as if become free for the masculine also. So there are so many blessings that come by living in the fifth course. So many blessings, in the so many freedom, so many capacities we get. Then what will happen is that now you continue sitting in the fifth, but now face the feminine. And as soon as you face the feminine, the masculine will be there. There is no way you can feel feminine without feeling masculine inside you. Not even facing anybody. There is no way. It's an impossibility. This is just a short outlook, you can say. Like it's a limitation of the outlook that we feel that there can be a masculine, there can be a feminine without masculine present inside us. Actually, the very feeling that it is soft, let's say. I don't know how to define masculine and feminine, but let's say feminine is more soft and masculine is more hard, let's say. So you cannot feel the softness without the context of hardness. It's impossible. So feeling the feminine is the key. That there is it's just that we are filtering it out, like suppressing it, like like this, like just seeing a little bit. That will fall away a little bit. You will relax more. Like okay. It's an amazing thing, really. They are not fighting inside us. They just want to be friend, and there's a love affair going on, or want to happen inside. No? And there is a different kind of joy, happiness felt here, which is not really the joy of our being. It's different, but it's also very tangible and very, very tangible. Like in the body, in the mind, you feel, in this body mind, you feel very nicely. And that causes more balance to happen by itself. One thing very beautiful about balance, harmony inside the energy, the body mind, is that the more harmony is there, the less we need to be prepared for any encounter with life. So when we are trying to prepare ourselves, in a way, it's not a bad thing really, because we know that we have a disharmony and it's going to be challenged or highlighted or heightened in the situation, so which is a bad thing. We are just trying to do something good in a way. No? I feel this you should do, and this for sure will help you. And do it right now. Right now is a good time. And there's no one in this company, in this group right now, who don't have this masculine or feminine inside them. Everyone. This more, this less, whatever it is, but everyone. Let's say your masculine is totally sleeping, but it's there, no? Let's say your feminine is totally sleeping, but it's there, no? Like this. So everyone has this, no? If you feel you are against anything masculine inside you right now, that is what is identification with the feminine. And there is a natural identification, or you can say natural opposition, which is natural, but it is more sweet, not really actual enmity. It is more how life functions. If you don't identify with this natural sense of opposition from the perspective of feminine or masculine, then you will fall back into the purity and the freedom into your being, which is neither masculine nor feminine. So I'm not saying that don't be feminine right now. I'm saying don't try to be free from being feminine right now. I'm not saying that let go of your point, like incorrect point of view towards masculine inside you. No, I'm saying let it be so. You just don't work on it right now. Right now we can just live the truth of who we are beyond it. Because everyone is a soul beyond masculine and feminine. Different compositions, different form. The physical body is feminine or masculine internally. All the four kosh, 2 of them are feminine, 2 of them are masculine. Everyone, in everyone. It's just that the first body is feminine or masculine. That's the only difference. No? And the sequence is different. But the number of feminine and masculine is exactly same in everyone. So it does not really matter. Specifically to you, to me, we have the freedom to go beyond all of them in the sense of not going, but in the sense of not working on them, not engaging with them. And that not engaging with them is basically like a hands-free. You just make yourself, your hands, like hands up. Just keep your hands up, that's all. Keep your hands off. Just, that's all, no? Don't touch, don't work, don't do anything. Anything which is really there, existentially there, will be there still. That tension between the masculine and feminine is existential. It will be still there. But the joy of the being is also existential. You who is real is also existential, no? So this is the way. I explained and also we did. So you can, yeah, anything you want to say, please, you can say.
Thank you very much. I was going through something very internal with, like there is just judgment of hardness or harshness, which is, I guess, considered male inside of me. And I can see like there is a lot of forgiveness that has to happen somehow, and acceptance.
Yes.
It's a process, but
No, it's true.
I'm starting. Yes.
Yes, immediately. Because you who is beyond all of this is pure love actually. Allow yourself to embrace it with love. No? Everything inside you, everything. Don't choose anything. Whole of it. And you will be whole. You will be more and more harmonious whole at the body-mind level, at these interrelated opposite level. Because they are really not opposite of each other as far as you are concerned. They are just at that level opposite and serving a purpose. Because through the opposite, momentum is created in life. So sit in your purity of being in the fifth course and embrace them with love. And even you can say, like, you can speak internally or externally that, hey, I love you very much. Hey, my fourth course. Hey, my third course, my second course, my first course, my Annamaya course body. Hey, I love you very much as you are. And I declare to you and to myself, and they will listen and you will listen. And a very beautiful synthesis, a very beautiful process internally will take place of what you are calling accepting. It's true, it's true. Like a agitation, like a restlessness, like a fight, like a struggle will leave you more and more. I know this very well, what you are saying. I know this very well. You feel so happy, like, my God, this is a home. This is a home now. Up to now, it was more like a war field. I was just trying to figure out which side I should take, or should I not take any side. Should I remain just a witness, but then I have to do some things also in life. How to do things, like who is going to help me, this one or this one, for this particular task. I understand this. They just become one very nicely. In such a way that you will feel like, why I was feeling that they were two or opposite of each other. Just connect the right wiring. Right wiring. This is the point. Know how to connect the right connectors, and just amazing, amazing. Oh, thank you, very nice.
Rajee, it is a message from Vibhuti, who also we read the message last Saturday, so to make it round. She's writing, I heard the recording of last Saturday's Satsang where my question was answered. When you addressed me for the first time, I suddenly broke into tears. After that, I heard every single thing like a little kid nodding my head. I felt like that more than those words, the connection and witnessing that presence was so impactful. Feeling blessed by this. Thank you very, very much.
Oh, it's nice. And by the way, what I was sharing to Vibhuti, I hope you will listen to this recording also, or maybe you are present right now also in the live stream. But we were sharing that how to be, how to do things in such a way that a completion happens in life more is very essential, really, because there is so much more life is offering to us than we are taking from it. Mainly because of this internal struggle, because of this incorrect way of doing things in a way, like a broken way of doing. Our processes are kind of broken in a way, like what we call not doing totally or not doing things through samagrata. Basically, is a broken system in a way. That's why we are getting so less out of it, and continuously we are doing more like a rework or undoing what we have done also. Like either we did not do well in the first attempt, then we are doing it again and again and again, or we did something wrong based on the longing, which is the guidance of the Lord inside our heart, and then we are kind of undoing it. Oh, I have to remove it from my existence, from my life, from my energies. So please understand, Vibhuti, that samagrata, totality, is not really something so great. It may look like so great from the perspective of a person, because person is living in such a limitation, extreme limitations, that it cannot imagine that it can get so much more from life. But I feel you can understand it, that this is the only way, really, this is the way of the soul, so that it can get the maximum from life. No? Getting maximum from life is not like life is going to impose something on you. No, life is an offering. Based on your guidance through your longing in your heart, you will take or you will not. No? Like the source of life is guiding you from inside, through your core longing that you have inside. And but for that, your system, your way of living life has to be optimized. No? And this optimization is called samagrata, totality. Balancing energies, being stably clear, all of that is mainly optimization of the system, so that you, the soul, take what you want to take through, guided by your intuitively, guided by your longing, which is basically a guidance coming from the source. But that system has to be capable also, or not? Otherwise, system is continuously like you are trying to take something here and your hand goes there, or another hand holds you back. No. What we call internal fight or inner conflict is like two hands. One is trying to get something, another is not letting you. Isn't it? Samagrata means let them work together, not against each other. No? It's like so. Very good, Vibhuti, that you were benefited. Thank you. God bless you always. It's a very beautiful space and time right now together. If anybody want to say something, you can quickly say. Then we will end this also. Mila, you want to say something?
Yes, Rajee, because I didn't say anything after our talk, so I felt I wanted to say thank you to you. What you shared to me, it was a beautiful guidance through all of this, what you were trying to show me, to tell me. I was totally connected with what you're sharing. It was very, very clear to me. Thank you that I don't have any question anymore. Everything looks very clear to me. I'm very happy for this meeting today. Thank you, everybody who made it happen. Thank you to you, beloved. Thank you.
Oh, good. It's very good. It may be something useful for some of you. I'm feeling inspired to share a little bit like this. That which scenario is better? That you are the real, having a confusion, not clear about something, or you are living as the false self and believing that you have clarity about everything. Which one is better? Think about it. Because everyone who wakes up is in this first scenario, that I am the real, but I am not clear about anything. Like a child, a soul who just woke up. I don't know anything really. But soul does not have a confusion about itself, that I am real or not. No? It is internal. The soul does not need to learn from anybody, from the mind, from the feelings, from the meetings with life, that who I am, no? Or whether I am or not, whether I am real or not. All of that is internal in the soul. I am eternal. This is internal in the soul. The truth, the knowing that I'm not temporary. No, this is all internal in the soul. Without knowing anything, soul knows I am truth. And that's precisely what actually happens in samadhi also, which is like a, let's say, few seconds, few minutes or like this, that the soul is left alone. no knowledge of anything, no context of individualness or duality, just no context at all, just pure being. And it just knows everything in a way. And again, a split of second, it has known everything now. So just think of it, which one is better? Madhvi, you can talk if you still have the question.
Namaste. My question was for the upcoming retreat actually. That is the longing. So my question is that there is a desire to stay as myself, to stay as myself is more of my desire. Knowing myself and knowing who am I, all these words are too big for me. But I enjoy my own company. As you were, I don't know with whom you were talking. I think Uma did this question that just spend some me time where you were answering. That spend some me time, and that me time will create that maturity within myself to know, to go somewhere where I want to go, where the deeper part of myself. So that was very attractive for me. But I don't have that longing for knowing. I don't feel that longing. So can you just say something on that longing part? So am I lacking something?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let me try to say.
Please.
I feel in the most direct manner I can say that your longing right now is to live the way you are living. Because when your longing matches with what you are doing, this is what is joy of life, happiness of life. And if your joy is continuous, that means that your actions and life flow, direction and your attention, the intensity and focus of attention is in line or in guidance with the longing. Because it is not really that you can feel happy independently, or you can feel happy in a certain situation, like in certain situation or state of body mind, everybody will feel happy. No. Some will feel happy and some will not. Why? Because of the longing. The longing is declaring this is happiness or this is not. I want this or I don't want this. No. So as long as your longing is asking you or happy to be the way you are, you will be happy, and you will not have that kind of inclination to know, to self-knowing or self-realization, which you say are two big words for me. I feel it's very realistic approach, because what I shared with Uma during that time was very, very real, practical, guidance, explanation of how to begin meditation, like the very first time. While we remain in a spiritual context, I think we have discussed, me and you also have discussed a few times about it, that while we remain in the spiritual context for a long time, listening, discussing, as if we get influenced by it in many ways, where we don't want to be influenced in that way. Like we lose as if our purity of seeing and purity of our outlook. And we have to get back that. And I feel I would like to appreciate your purity of outlook. Stick to that. Because it doesn't really matter in what way you are continuously joyful. Please remember the word continuous. Continuous is important. Because nobody can be continuously joyful in the way of ego. We can only be continuously joyful in the way of the longing, which is the way of Lord, way of source of life. So if you are continuously joyful, all is well anyway. If somebody can care about just being continuously joyful, we are actually caring about our longing also. Because this longing is not visible to us so easily. Because it is so one with us. At some point even it is found that I don't have a longing. I am the longing. So what do you feel? Did I answer what you were asking?
Yes. I don't feel the longing, but I am the longing. Yes. Thank you. It answered a lot. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. The fundamental attainments of life are same. The life fundamentally is same for all of us, and who we are fundamentally, every one of us is also same. But not the approach will be same, the intensity or the degree of longing will be same. No? What it is asking for right now is going to be different. No? But tools can be still same, common, no? Which can be utilized. Understanding is still can be same, which can be utilized. But it does not necessarily mean that you would like to know who I am. Knowing who we are, you can say in a way, in a beautiful way, I'm saying, in a positive way, to encourage all of us, that it is the highest luxury, which comes at the very end. Before that, we enjoy all the other luxuries. No? Like before that, we will enjoy all the other treasures offered by life to us. The treasure of stable clarity, treasure of continuous joy. Continuous joy is a very existential process to refine the longing. No? Every time you are living the continuous joy, every time that is being, like that longing is being satisfied in a way. Yeah? Like a contentment is coming more and more and more. And the more contentment in the longing, the more detachment also happening by itself. Nobody need to detach, let go of anything. That let go of process is already happening. We don't have to let go of life. We don't have to let go of the longing. We don't have to let go of the path on which we are walking or we are supposed to walk. All we have to let go is let go of the false or false understandings or false goals that we have set out of it. Assumptions of understandings also. Like this. Truth, nobody can let go of truth. But we cannot hold on to false. But we are holding on to. Why? Because we believe that false is truth. Like it is really there. You see, some very fundamental thing. I heard through Osho that not knowing, in Hindi he said that अज्ञान ज्ञान का द्वार है, बाधा नहीं. ज्ञान के मार्ग की बाधा नहीं. मिथ्या ज्ञान ज्ञान के मार्ग की बाधा है. Not knowing is the door to true knowing. But the belief of knowing is the hindrance. Believing that I know, but and not knowing truly, this believing that I know is what is the actual thing in between. If we can keep like this belief of knowledge about things, is very practically useful in the practical life. It's not something like we need to be against it. We just need to know that it is useful but not true in the ultimate sense, in the existential sense. And we can be so practical about it now. So let's not apply what we believe towards who we are, towards the joy of being. Let's apply that in relation to a person or personal life and interactions and everything. There it is useful. Because it's like a currency, we believe. Do you think currency is true? No, not at all. Some say that gold is more true than currency, any currency, including dollar. Some say like this. Even gold is also not ultimately true. But it is more agreed, like we have agreed together, commonly agreed, it's a medium of exchanging. Like otherwise we will have to go to the barter system. Like I have milk and you have, rice and let's exchange. I have too much milk and you have too much rice, let's exchange and make a kheer out of it or something. So for that we have currency. But these are all useful things but not ultimately true. What is ultimately true is you and your continuous joy. Isn't it? So thank you. Very, very nice.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. So basically trying to disengage ourselves or entangle ourselves, like make ourselves free from this clutteredness of the mind which has created so many confusion that I am supposed to do this or I am supposed to do that or I am supposed to go here or I am supposed to go there. Like trying to make ourselves free from it and connecting back ourselves to the longing which we have in our heart, which is the guidance actually coming from the source of life. Because without attending that, nobody can be happy And by attending that, we can be happy regardless of how life flows now. Because happiness is felt in the one who is experiencing it, not out of the situation it is trying to draw something. Happiness is not like an emotional build-up. Try to understand. The true happiness or joy is not really like an emotional build-up, like, oh wow, it's so nice. Oh my God, it's not nice. No, this is not joy. This is just a reaction coming from the emotional level, no, towards the life, no, how things are. This is not joy, no. Joy is without reacting to anything of life. You are continuously feeling something inside. That is joy, continuous joy, isn't it? And that joy guides us also. Hey, let's go do a traveling. Let's go do a trekking. Let's not go. This week I don't want to go anywhere. Let's do this work. Let's not do this work. It is just guiding us internally, but without breaking out of that joy. This is the point I'm trying to make here. We don't need to unhook ourselves from this joy to go to office, to do something. No, it can be within the joy. That's my point. This is what it means to remain connected in a way to the longing. And we can find many ways to look deeply how we are not connecting, why we are not connecting to this longing, existential longing. There are ways to discuss and look into it and work upon it in a way. So this is the reason that I'm feeling inspired to share this retreat, no? Because there is a lot of work to be done here. Not to really alone connect back to the longing, but kind of disconnect from that which is not serving any purpose or which is just creating suffering and confusion. So thank you. Very, very good. All right, this is a very beautiful time, and thank you everyone for very beautiful conversations, explorations, and living of truth together. Thank you. God bless you all.